internet didn't go down. So hello everyone, and welcome to Geek Battle here on the Improv Xstream YouTube channel, as well as the Geek Battle and Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channels. It's been a minute, but make sure you smash that subscribe button here if you haven't done so already, because it's going to be a doozy of a show today, I'm sure. There's lots of new films out. There's lots of things that we haven't covered. Doctor Who has been cancelled. All kinds of things are going on. Ewan Henderson actor is here. You know, lots of reasons to celebrate. We are at the Yellow Duck Tavern at the background there with Dave, and Capelthave may be hiding. I have no idea what that is behind him. Right, so Capelthave, say hello to the people.
Hail from the land of loudspeakers, because there's currently tempo blasting music and stuff. Is it coming through?
Not at all.
Thank God. Okay. Okay. I'm very happy to be here after a long while. My hair has actually grown. My geek fact of the week. Well, currently we have actually discovered that AI neural networks are actually forming brain structures are very similar to us when they start, thinking, which goes to show that we can actually learn about more consciousness as we create consciousness. We're still not sure if AI is conscious. We can't 100% say AI is conscious or not, but we're kind of in the way of, this is how our brain works too. Maybe we can make a human in digital world.
Well, believe it or not, Kat, for thousands of years, humans have been able to create humans without even needing technology.
Do you know what? This is that same logic. People be like, oh my God, look at these graphics. Look at the water. It's so realistic. And it's like, so is this water. So is this water.
That's you, David. That's you, David. Like every time a graphic comes in, I was like, yes, I'm for this. And like, why? Why do you need this?
Look, that's so real.
So
look at this visual effect, guys. It's so cool.
That is epic. Okay, good. Well, on that note, Ewan, say hello to the people.
Hello, I'm Ewan. Very happy to be here. Can I just ask this Doctor Who? Is it going to take? Because they've cancelled it before and it came back.
Yeah, that was 1989. It took until 2005 to actually come back. So if it's going to do the same, you may want to just
buckle up
to the loo before you
finally
hold it.
For 5 years, we will survive Geek Battle without Doctor Who talk. Yeah,
I'm still here.
We're gonna do watch parties. We're gonna go back to an unearthly child, and we're gonna go from every episode until it returns. Right.
But you know what? They found didn't they just find a load of episodes? Maybe this is just so they could tell them first.
They found two.
Is that all?
Yeah, two. They found two. There are 95 still missing.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. But who knows? We'll get into this, I'm sure. I have my plan for what they should do. Because officially, it's not cancelled. It's out to tender. Which basically means, look, they may as well say it's on Tinder. And they're waiting for a production company to swipe right on it. It's not out to tender. It's out to Tinder. And Netflix are like, no. Disney were like, dumped it. Amazon... Look... Basically, it's a year since the last episode, a year plus, I think, since the last episode came on. And Disney bailed on it pretty much immediately then, even though there was the land between war and sea or whatever. So it's still there, but they knew it wasn't being renewed because that's why Ncuti Gatwa regenerated, because it was getting cancelled. And/or he was fired, rumours. But anyway, they've had an entire year to line up a new deal. And so the fact that a week ago they suddenly had to announce, well, it's out to tender, is basically say what happened was people were like, why aren't you filming this announced Christmas special yet? And the fact that they got to this point, they were like, if we don't announce that either we're making it or not making it soon, it's only going to get worse. So after a year, the best they could come up with is we hope someone would want to make it again at some point. Dave.
I'll do it. I'll make Doctor Who.
I want to play Doctor Who.
We should all play Doctor Who.
Okay.
I'm the master. With this beard? No, I'm the master.
I'll play the parody version.
Oh, is it my intro or my
It's your intro, Dave. We're just
It's
being
my
introed
intro.
by Dev, but Dave, say hello
Hey.
to the people.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dave MC here in the Yellow Duck Tavern with a brand new graphic behind me with all the pictures of the characters and all my stuff on there. It's really good. I love it. My geek fact of the week is Doctor Who related, believe it or not. During the Tom Baker run, we had the robot dog K9. Originally, it was going to be someone, I kid you not, in a dog costume, crawling around as the original iteration of K9. And the one that they went with, the radio-controlled dog. The reason it doesn't appear in a lot of stories is because the camera equipment interfered with the radio waves going to the dog. So most of the time where you see K9 not working or in Destiny of the Daleks taken apart, it's because it doesn't work. 99% of the time, the dog did not work. So a lot of the time, he's sat in the TARDIS, he's left behind. When they did get him working, they'll incorporate him into the story, but most of the time, it didn't work.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I didn't know that originally they had conceived that it'd possibly be a person in there.
Yeah, a small person in a dog costume.
I still think they should find a way to bring K9 back, you know, if the show ever returns. But I think that there's the potential that
K9 will be back before the show.
K9 might be back for the show. K9 actually had a spin-off on its own, made in Australia of all places.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it used to be really weird where the rights of characters, and this obviously doesn't seem to be the case anymore, but the rights of characters would be to who made them. And so many of the early characters, like they almost weren't able to bring the Daleks back, you know, but they did.
They tried to without Terry Nation there, but then when Terry Nation found out, it was like, what the hell are you doing? These are my boys.
Yeah. Now, and like the funny thing is, most of the characters probably don't have that much value without the Doctor. The Daleks would. They'd be able to. They've got as much brand recognition as Doctor Who itself. So, you know, they could have their own spin-off. Wouldn't that be amazing if Daleks got their own show or movie and like the Doctor couldn't? Anyway, Dev, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. My geek fact is slightly related to the K9 one. The Power Rangers itself was based off a Japanese TV show called Super Sentai. In the original show, the Green Ranger, in the Japanese version, died very early on.
He did.
So they had to find reasons to keep Tommy out of fight scenes. So he'd be like forgetting his morpher, having a stomachache, dealing with something else on his own. And all the reasons were wild, basically. And he carried on when he became the White Ranger because the White Ranger footage was from a different show to the one they were using.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. That is 100% true. And the White Ranger in the Sentai series he was in, he was a kid.
Yeah.
Hang
which
on.
inspired Justin in Turbo.
So okay, so that would explain why the White Ranger like has like the shoulder pads that no one else has got, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, but so did the Green Ranger.
Well, I think you'll notice it as well. If you rewatch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you'll notice you can see which is the Sentai footage and which is the American footage because the shoulder pads on the Green Ranger, the example would be when you first see him, he's got his shoulder pads that he's wearing look like metal, but then when he's in like the headquarters with Zordon, they look like fabric. They look like bent fabric material.
Yeah.
And it's very, I promise you can notice it.
It's very noticeable. It's like
cool.
Tesco Value Shield, basically.
Yeah.
But you know, this would be like, do you remember in The Simpsons where they made the Radioactive Man movie? And they're like, oh, we're just going to finish it. And you just see, without like Milhouse there, and you see Rainier Wolfcastle like up to the edge of the frame. He's like, are you ready? Oh, hang on. Are you ready, Fallout Boy? All right. And then it just shows them fighting two completely different monsters.
But Dave, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The entire show, the premise of the show was that it's literally Japanese footage mixed with American teenager footage.
And look how that sounds weird when you say it like that. Japanese footage mixed with American teenager footage, right?
It is.
But you know what? Look how legit that is. Oh my god, what is that really bad film called like Kung Pao Chicken or something like this?
Oh,
Kung
yeah.
Pao Enter the Fist.
where it's what's that? What's it called?
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist. If you're not familiar with it, a guy made a film that got released at the cinema and then on like video and stuff like this, where he just basically CGI'd, green screened himself into an old kung fu movie.
Yeah.
And he does, other than like one or
Dub.
two female characters, he does the voice of everyone in it.
It purposefully bad dubs it.
Yeah, but it
There was
is.
one scene I loved where there's one character who's bad at fighting, and then the master just says, "We trained them wrong as a joke.
We what?
We trained them wrong as a joke."
That's funny. Right. Anyway, so good guys. Welcome. Right. Let's talk about if there's anything amazing that we've seen. It's been a few weeks, obviously. Are there any? We don't have to be like we saw episode 3 of Spider-Man Noir like 6 months ago now, and then like report on it. But is there anything amazing that we've been bursting to say that we've seen stuff or whatever? Cap.
So I'm not gonna say amazing, but like just this freaking month, all the trailers of all the franchises that you can think of just dropped all at once.
Yeah.
Like no week break or anything like that. This day, this day, that, this day, this day, that. And I've been struggling to make content for it because it's so much in so little time.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty
okay.
much, yeah.
Well, in fact, okay. So let's just. There are a lot of trailers and things we can check some out. Let's just quickly go around and ask everyone like what is it that you have either seen or have seen a trailer for recently that you're most excited to talk about, because then we can prioritize. Dave.
Well, I think I mentioned it before we started the podcast. Now I mentioned that I saw the trailer for the remake of Code Veronica for Resident Evil, and because on the channel I'm already playing a lot of the Resident Evil stuffs anyway, and I'm thinking, oh well, now we're going to be able to play a remake of Code Veronica as well. So and that actually made me go and look for the older version, which I'm able to get my hands on now. But I'm excited for Code Veronica, another Resident Evil game that I can't wait to play, you know?
Yeah,
They're gonna change a lot of it. Apparently, they're gonna change a lot of stuff. Apparently,
Well, they
yeah.
changed a lot of stuff in the other Resident Evil games as well.
Yeah.
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 Okay, we'll
But I
get
think
more
this.
onto this.
I think
Guys, we'll get onto
I
this.
think-
Let's just. This is a little taster menu, and then we'll go around, because, like I said, there's so much that we could cover. In fact, if you've seen it, it's kind of like the Scary Movie that just came out. They haven't had one of those in 20 years, and so by that alone, they had so many movies that they could reference from the last 20 years. They didn't just have to do things that came out in the last year and a half like the old ones would.
Yeah.
Cap, what are you excited about?
I'm not sure about excitement, but I am really scarred by the fact that Shrek got uglier.
Oh, yeah, the new trailer. Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible.
We'll check it out. I think they're doubling down, because everyone was like body shaming Princess Fiona for aging, even though she's CGI. And so they're like, let's double down on this shit. Like, we're gonna have
Whoa.
body positivity.
We can see
Shrek.
the gray hair in Shrek's nose. Like, that level of detail is like, no, go back to bad animation. You lower the animation quality. Sometimes it's best to lower the animation quality.
That's how I feel about Mortal Kombat. Because the level of good, like quality of the realism of the models made it go a bit too much. If they dialed it back a bit, it'd be better basically.
Yeah. Well, sometimes look, realism ruins everything. Ewan, what are you excited about?
I mean, I'm now very excited about the Shrek because for me, it's Puss in Boots. It's all about Puss in Boots and Rumpelstiltskin. I love those two characters. Are they in it? Do we know?
No,
Yeah, I think
Rumpelstiltskin was
Puss in-
like the
I
bad
think
guy,
Puss-
right?
He was, but
Yeah.
he had his angry wig. Bring me my angry wig. I love it. I want an angry wig.
I think I need an angry wig now.
Okay,
Ewan has
here's
one.
the
Ewan has
genuine
one. Ewan has one.
We'll get back to Shrek, but just on that front, right? How come they have never brought John Lithgow back as Lord Farquaad? Because I saw an interview
Well, I don't-
with it.
Dead.
Yeah,
He's
Well,
it's-
dead.
I don't know if you haven't
It's
seen
a
the film
cartoon.
thing, but he is dead.
no, but it's a
I'm trying to
cartoon,
tell you,
right?
he's 8 years
Everyone
old,
else
and he's
can come
dead.
back. He is the series.
He did
main
come back.
villain.
he did come back as a ghost in Shrek 3D, I think, one of the animated DVD
Yeah.
releases
Oh,
that they
okay. I
did.
don't know about that.
And then he died again.
But no, I saw an
Bad.
interview with John Lithgow where they said about Shrek, and he was like, "Yeah, and I never get to come back." And because I was eating at the end, it's like, well, it's a cartoon. Everyone can come back, but
Maybe,
okay.
maybe he doesn't.
No. These are the old cartoons, the good ones where the villain dies. The end.
It stays dead.
No.
Yeah. Okay, Dev, what are you excited about?
There's a lot of things coming up. Gaming wise, I'm excited for Crazy Taxi. Movie wise, I'm excited for Jackass and Spider-Man. And for TV show wise, I'm excited for the Boys spin-off.
The Boys
Oh,
spin-off.
Bot.
Which
Yeah,
one?
that looks cool.
Yeah. Vault
Of
Rising.
Rising. Yeah.
I
That
don't
looks
know.
cool.
I fell out with caring about the Boys as soon as I started watching their last spin-off, and
Giant penis.
it just put me off. I couldn't get into it, and then I didn't even return to the main show. So that is pretty bad.
Mm.
Right. So anyway, right. Where shall we start?
Is Spider-Man trailer out yet?
Yeah, let's have a look. I don't know, guys. Like this new Spider-Man film. Is it a new trailer?
Is it out? I don't know. They were teasing it yesterday.
I didn't think it was a new trailer.
I
They
know
just,
Netflix
they just
got
put out,
all-
they just put out posters and things saying that this is going to be, probably the last of the Tom Holland films.
So, this says teaser. I've got a feeling this is a bullshit trailer though. It says
Most likely.
'Cause I saw
Spider-Man
a video.
Trailer 2,
when-
2026. Spider-Man brand new trailer, but these are all just like rubbish stuff. No, I don't trust any of
Because-
these.
What I saw was a video with Med in it from. the
Yeah, that's
first
not
one.
a trailer. That is
Yeah.
just a promo video.
And at the end, they said like, the trailer's coming soon. But I don't know if.
Well,
was today.
we'll check it out when we can. Okay, look, let's actually start at the point where we should start. Because we touched on it, but Doctor Who has been cancelled.
Yep.
Doctor Who is no more. It's out for
We are
tender.
saved.
We are saved. I saw an interview with Peter Capaldi earlier where he was just like, yeah, there are so many doctors now, I think it ruins it.
It does. I agree with him. I genuinely agree with him that this whole thing started with like the Timeless Child, and it opened the possibility of like it's a multiverse of doctors, even though it's one universe. And I'm going, adding extras. Oh, William Hartnell's not the first Doctor, and all that pizzazz. Yeah, it's getting too crowded now.
Yeah. Well, no, it's ridiculous because you think so when the original show got cancelled and we were on Doctor 7, we then got Doctor 8 7 years later for one movie, and then we got Doctor 9 for one season, which was Christopher Eccleston. Tennant stayed for 3 seasons and some specials, which, to be honest, people, that was a bit short. You think most people like TV, if a TV show, a major TV show, is cancelled after 3 seasons, it'll be seen as that didn't run too long. So I don't know why the actors playing Doctor Who all want to abandon ship as soon as they've got famous off the name Doctor Who.
That's what Shooty did. That is literally what he did.
Yeah. Oh, he might have been
jumped
fired as well.
Well, no, I read the thing that it was he jumped ship because he got what he wanted from it. He got the star power from it. Even though I'll come to another point to that later. But his one of his excuses was, I'm very old in my career for this. You're my age. You are my age, dude. You're 33 fucking years old. How can you say you are too old for this role?
He doesn't age well.
But something that something someone brought up to me is that the likes of David Tennant and Peter Capaldi, they were actual Whovians that understood that it's not just a role; it's an actual identity. You have to put you have to be that way for the kids. Like Tom Baker was the same. He'd never smoke around kids. He wouldn't drink around kids, and that he wouldn't do any of that. He would always embody as a I'd say like not like an icon sort of thing. I'm probably speaking bollocks right now, but I think, do you understand what I mean? It's it's a brand kind of thing.
Look, you don't work at a shopping centre playing. Okay, we've got a Dalek attack, so everyone check their microwaves because someone's. Is it like it's the radar or something like with Ewan? I just imagine like there's going to be some missile, right, or something coming. Yeah, look, if you're working as a shopping centre Santa Claus, then you shouldn't be like removing the beard to drink your whiskey on the side and stuff like this. This is exactly why in Miracle on 34th Street, the real Santa Claus beat up the mall Santa. Because you don't do that to Santa. And you don't do it to the Doctor, right?
No.
James Bond is the same. He has to behave in a certain way and interviews the actor. No, he does.
Really?
Like, he has to behave.
Well, he has to, like,
Sure.
License to kill. I don't like your questions.
No, but he has to be tough.
Take that,
No, it's only
ITV,
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
It's only Sean Connery.
BBC.
Well, I
so,
think Daniel Craig started coming up with a lot more sensitive talk after he'd finished the role. But I don't have anything to back this up now, but
I'm sure Daniel Craig in like the last few years was like, I'm done with this role, just like publicly in interviews, and people were saying it was a negotiation tactic.
But he did it in a hard-nosed, cool way.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Then
you're right.
later, he's been talking about incidents where like he punched David Bautista really, and then he ran away. Like he never owned up to that while he was still Bond.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
So he punched Dave Bautista.
By accident, yeah.
Oh,
and then
he was like
ran
shitting
off.
himself.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like he's
But
just like, I've had enough of this guy, and then just like took him out, sort of thing. Dev, what have you got?
I've got some bad breaking news.
Oh no.
The voice actress for Lilo and the actress for Samara from The Ring has passed away.
Oh, that's sad. So what, Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, the original voice actress,
Oh, that's
Davy
very sad.
Chase.
So she can't have been very old then.
No, she was like 35.
God.
So yeah, she was the girl in The Ring and Lilo as well.
The Girl in the Ring?
Yeah,
I don't remember that. What, like the monster movie?
the Samara,
Wow.
the ghost girl.
Oh, okay. Well, Ewan's not Ewan. Ewan's frightened off Cap. No, right. But let's have a look. Cap will be back. That is sad to hear.
Cap will be back in Doomsday.
Cap will be back. Don't worry. So yeah. So okay. What? Coming back to Doctor Who, just to deal with this, so then we can move on. Yeah, like what do you see as the future for it? Because I know exactly what I would do for the future. But let's lay a prediction. When do you think it will be back as the actual show?
Like if they were smart, I would say let's give it maybe 2-3 years to sort of get a cohesive plan together. But knowing them, they'll probably say, "Oh, we'll wait a year and then we'll figure it all out in a year. It'll be fine." I think if they were smart, they would, like I said, they would do it, give it some time to sort of go, right, we have done some damage to the show. You know, it's not a case of that, oh, we like when they cancelled it before, it's because the dropping views were part of it, but it was because of Mary What's-Her-Face and her brigade of people who were so scared of the censoring everything.
Are we dropping like flies here?
Who's next? Who's next?
Shit. Right, okay, go on. It's because we're talking about Doctor Who, right?
Apparently,
Yeah,
maybe it's because everyone's going to look on the internet because I'm talking.
Yeah.
I know you. Oh, shit. Where's everyone gone? Guys.
David.
Okay, hang on, you're back.
Jesus Christ!
What happened? Right. Hello,
Ewan.
You're back.
So yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, because they've actually I think would say that they pissed off the fan base, and I think you want that loyalty of your fan base because that will help bring in your views as well. But because the fan base, after Chibs the idiot did what he did with the Timeless Child and then breaking half the universe, never addressing it again, I think if we want to fix like Doctor Who, there's got to be a serious change. There has to be like a massive change, and or or we go back and say after Jodie, none of this shit happened.
After Peter Capaldi, none of it happened. You
Oh, yeah. After
no,
Capaldi,
you
I
can't
should say.
keep. You
None
can't
of
keep
it.
the Time of the
No, no,
Child
no.
story then. If you're
No,
retconning anything.
sorry. I think I stuttered a little bit.
Yeah.
After Capaldi,
Yeah.
none of that shit happened. The Timeless Child did not happen. Gallifrey was not destroyed again.
Yeah.
The Master didn't convert Time Lords into Cybermen because fucking why?
Yeah.
It just all of it. It just didn't. It just none of it should have happened. Like, I will say I'm not bashing it, but I'll give Shooty and like that some credit. There were 2 good stories in the Shooty run.
Which were one of
And
them? Go on. What were they?
So I think the one was the Midnight one. The Midnight one was okay.
Yeah.
And then the other one was where he was on a landmine. Like he was stood there on a landmine. That was good.
And who wrote that one? Do you know?
Stephen Moffat.
Exactly. Right. So
yeah, exactly. That's my
writer
problem.
wrote the good one. And then they did a sequel to a good story, and it was not as good a story. But yeah, I completely agree with you. Except that was only 2 or 3 episodes into Shooty's run, and he was crying. Yeah. And what it should have been is it should have been that he stood on the landmine first, and then Ruby pushed him off or whatever, and he was like, "No, you shouldn't have done that," and then he should have felt guilty. And that should have been why he cried. And they should have had it as the penultimate episode of that season to build up that he actually cared about her. Because if you cry at everything, it doesn't mean that the tears mean anything anymore.
There's no emotion.
I mean, pretty sure.
Oh, sorry, Kat.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say, like, I had the same problem with Invincible. Although Invincible go through so much physical trauma, I mean, like, who wouldn't cry if your guts get spilled out like every season? But even I'm going like, Mark, stop! It's so annoying now. I'm seeing you cry all the time.
If you get kicked in the bollocks, then you're allowed to cry. Otherwise, just don't. Right? Okay, Dev, I'll come to you. But guys, I'm going to tell you now. I have got the solution to the Doctor Who problem. But go on, Dev.
So first of all, I want to address that landmine thing. I didn't like the landmine episode because the Kingsman did it better. Kingsman did the whole better than the entire episode.
Lawrence Strong, right?
Really?
Lawrence Strong? What's the actor?
Merlin standing on the mine had more impact to me than Doctor Who doing it. So like, it felt like a cheap rip-off of that, basically, when I saw that. I was like,
I'm sure it could well have been a rip-off. It could well have been. But go on, what else are you going to say, Dev?
Second of all, Doctor Who will be back in 2033.
2033?
Yeah, for the 70th anniversary with Tennant and Eccleston, because Russell T Davies is now gone. And Eccleston said, when he leaves, I'll come back.
Yeah, he didn't mean that. He's looking at those clips of himself saying it, and he's like, oh shit. He's like, now people are going to expect me to come back. He only said that because he thought it was never going to happen. Unless he does.
The day he left, that clip was posted everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let me tell you my solution to this. So say
it's casting yourself, isn't it?
Ask you and ask the Doctor.
No, look, I swear, like, this isn't even a jokey one. The BBC.
Hang on. Continue.
Okay, right. So the BBC have got this show, this big property, Doctor Who, which has been absolutely tarnished. Yeah. As we spoke about earlier, there are 95 episodes of Doctor Who missing. If you want to do something that's really creative to completely avoid how do you follow on from Ncuti Gatwa regenerating into Billy Piper, you announce Doctor Who is coming back. You say this is not a reboot. We have 95 episodes that are missing. We are selecting some of those stories, and we are going to start our journey by revisiting the time of the First Doctor with a new cast playing the First Doctor and his companions, reworked scripts to make them so they fit a more modern like story length and stuff like this. So if you had like a 5-part story and now you make it a 2-part 45-minute thing, and then along the way, as you do these stories, you have things that hint at the future because it's a time travel show. So you make the solution to what they've cocked up with the 15th and 16th Doctors being that you don't ever actually have to tackle it directly on, that it is tackled by the first Doctor, which changes time, which means that then when you see the first Doctor, you know, regenerate, it might be that he meets a future version of himself who, and I've said this on the show before, who you don't give a number to. Stop giving the Doctors numbers, because it makes no sense. They ballsed it up with the War Doctor, and because it was such a unique thing, you could say, okay, there was a Doctor who he didn't even accept himself. Then they ballsed it up even more with the Fugitive Doctor, and then they said that the Timeless Children, that there's like another 9 Doctors before the first one. So in the same sense that you say the War Doctor and the Fugitive Doctor, you just come up with descriptors for Doctors going forwards. When you have sequels to movies, they don't always just say, you know, something, something 2, something, something 3, something, something 4. Eventually, they drop the number and they just go for subtitles. And that's what they need to do with the Doctor. And so the first Doctor, you get a really good actor and you get 3 or 4 years out of him retelling all of these stories in new inventive ways that fill in gaps, that aren't going to piss off fans of the classic shows, but like modernize them so you can say, well, look, they're giving us something that had been lost to time in a new way, where it's not meant to replace it, but it's meant to give a version of it because it's missing, but also thread through it the way to get to the future. By then eventually he's regenerating into Patrick Troughton, but when that happens, just as Peter Capaldi was now present, that's a retcon, but it's time travel, so you can do it. But when Peter Capaldi was present for the first Doctor's regeneration, you now have it that someone else is present, or you go into the scene with Peter Capaldi. Imagine if you've had 3 years of the new first Doctor, and then there is the episode where they literally just link it into him meeting Capaldi, and then with Capaldi there, you know, you just see that that's happening, and in the distance you see that there's the new Doctor who was engineered to make sure that time isn't broken, and then you just continue following that one. And they call that, you know, they call this the remorseful Doctor. They call this, you know, the relentless Doctor. You just come up with some cool title and you don't number it, and you say, I am. And when he meets a former companion, you know, so where do you come from? I met you when you looked like, you know, Matt Smith. Wasn't that your 11th face? And then this one just says, that was so long ago. And you make it a mystery because the show is called Doctor Who. Make it a mystery again. Leave it 30 years where you then suddenly say someone else has to answer about what happened when you looked like the Bad Wolf thing. And then you just have some throwaway line saying that was my darkest time. And you never actually have to do it. You just make it a cool bit of the backstory. Because this is the last thing I'll say on my rant. If you've watched Cobra Kai, the first Karate Kid movie was really good. Every Karate Kid movie after that kind of sucked. But in Cobra Kai, they took that backstory of those previous films and they turned it into something really good. So you take all of the shitty stuff and then you just sidestep it, go back to the first Doctor, have it so it goes into some future Doctor, you don't say a number, and now it's a mystery again. Bada bing, bada boom. Slam dunk. Right, okay, Cap.
Okay, my question is, so when you said like fixing mistakes and things like that, when has Hollywood actually have done that? When they royally fucked up and they decided, oh, we're gonna fix them, or are they gonna say, we'll just reboot it?
Sonic.
I know Sonic. Yeah. So I was gonna say Sonic, but the movie didn't technically come out, so it was in early production. But
well, okay, so the obvious thing you could say is when they've done soft reboots by doing sequels that ignore other things, even though they haven't necessarily worked out. So Halloween 2018 was a sequel to Halloween 1. You know, Halloween H2O before that was a sequel to Halloween 2, ignoring like 4, 5, 6, etc. And then Terminator Dark Fate ignored everything after Terminator 2. Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles ignored Terminator... Well, it didn't ignore Terminator 3, but it retconned it. So, especially when you've got time travel, it means you can maneuver. You don't always just have to pick it up from where someone dropped it off. They could just go back in time and take it forward in a new way. And it doesn't even have to be like in Star Trek, where they're saying, oh, here's the new Kirk, and this is the Kelvin timeline. But even that connects with the original Spock, so it still does connect into the canon. But it would be similar to that. But it could just be that this is a time travel show. Peter Capaldi meeting the First Doctor and being part of the events that led up to the First Doctor's regeneration is absolutely the same approach they could use. But rather than just continuing on with, well, here's Billy Piper, let's try to make this make sense, and now we're going to have to acknowledge that half the universe is missing, and that the flux happened, and the timeless children. It would just be, you're following the First Doctor. He doesn't know about any of that shit, and so let him have fun adventures where the fans can just forget it, that bad stuff happened.
Did Thanos drop in the Doctor Who universe and snap the half of the universe? What the fuck happened there?
Yeah. Well, you should just do it.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
Like, literally in Torchwood, there's like a device or something called a retcon. Now, it doesn't work the way it should, but imagine they just come up with a device which is like, retcon!
Every show that came after 2015 need that device.
Oh, we're getting
You
some...
and-
Shit.
yeah.
Ewan's... Pray for you. Right, okay, so, anyway, Dave.
Every show movie that came after 2015 needs that device. I need them to press it and then change
Probably.
every shitty thing that has happened.
Probably, Dave.
I was gonna say, like, I'm following up on your idea there. I like your premise there, like going back and sort of connecting everything in some way, shape, or form. There's 2 points I want to make to that. And yes, one of them is Big Finish, but one of them I will say, is you could actually be clever with that, because the one that's got the most episodes missing is the 12-part Dalek Master Plan. You know that, and you could tie that into the Time War, because when they made because the whole premise with, so for those that don't know, the whole premise of it is the Daleks are gathering a species of aliens together, and they create a weapon called the Time Destructor, which will basically accelerate time. When the Doctor activates it, it accelerates time. So one of his companions is aged to death rather brutally on screen. You see her literally disintegrate into dust. And you could say, well, that's an explanation, because the Daleks did use time destructors in the Time War. So that could have been, oh, this is a precursor. This is a test for this weapon that we're using in the Time War. We can't use it test it in the Time War, but we can test it outside of it, because we can't. So they can't go forward, but they can go back. So they went to early Daleks to give them time travel technology. Yeah, I know they explained already that they have time travel technology, but there you go. That's the premise for that. And with your thing, David, that you said, it actually made me think of a story. Big Finish did this.
Yeah.
So Paul McGann's Doctor had a companion for a while called Charlie, and at one point she left the TARDIS. She left Paul McGann's Doctor behind. Then she realizes, oh, she's not happy with her life. She's very miserable with it, and she finds the TARDIS again, only to find Colin Baker's Doctor. So she travels with him for a while. But the TARDIS initially tries to reject her because it knows that she meets him at a future point. So it's like, the TARDIS is basically trying its best to get rid of her, but she's also being very sly. And that like when they first meet Daleks, she goes, "Oh, they're Daleks." And Colin Baker goes, "Wait, how do you know what they are? Like, how do you know this?" And Charlie's always putting these points, but well, you know, where I come from, where everybody knows about them. And Colin, you know, the Sixth Doctor, is going, he's suspicious of her. He's always suspicious of her, but she never gives away where she comes from. And I like your premise of going back. See, Big Finish can do something.
Okay,
good.
I like that idea. Okay. So here's a big question, and which would make the fans nervous. Imagine if along the way, if you're diving back into the time of the First Doctor, that something is changed in time, because it happens. It's a time travel show, and you end up having him meet a future companion. Say he meets a Martha Jones or
Just see Clara again.
or whoever.
Or
Sorry.
Mr. Bean.
Or Mr. Bean. Yeah, exactly right. But say there's the question raised within the show. Well, will I still regenerate into who I did before? The fans would be like, no, you can't retcon and erase all of the Doctors. It's getting some really bad interference, guys. Right. But yeah, so people be like, you cannot erase all of the Doctors. And that's why you play on the idea and you put in themes of like some things are fixed points and like the Doctor's destiny may be one of them, but it's untested or whatever. And then you just say, oh, thank God he became Patrick Troughton. Oh, John Pertwee's still there. And then just suddenly, like after Capaldi, it's like, no, my future selves are gone. And it's like, damn you. And it's just like, well, most of us are safe. Right? And then you just use that to wipe out the timeless children.
Some of us are safe.
Yeah, some of us are safe. Woo! You know, you just bring Peter Capaldi back where it's like, and he's like, look, we've always regenerated back into who we're meant to. And he turns around, gets hit by a bus, and he's laying there. And he's like, oh no, something feels different this time. And he regenerates into me. No, right? But he just regenerates into someone completely different. Yeah, exactly.
Ewan.
Right, hello.
He regenerates
Right,
into
okay,
Ewan.
Dev, let's come to you. We'll get off of Doctor Who in a... Oh, Ewan's gone. Dev, we'll get off of Doctor Who again in a second. Dev, I feel bad.
Okay, so basically, I want the 70th code to go normally, and the end of the 70th, they go back in time and try to collect the original footage for the. It's kind of meta where they go back in time
Don't do that.
to get the original footage of the missing episodes,
No,
and that's how they lead into the show.
no, I'd hate that because in the Shooty, do you remember the Shooty story where they kind of acknowledged Doctor Who existing as a TV show?
Oh.
Do you remember that? Right, and they were like hashtag, you know, R.I.P. Doctor Who, and they've got books that look like Harry Potter books, and it's the stories of Doctor Who. Like, why did they do that? Red Dwarf did that, if you remember that show. Red Dwarf had got a storyline. If you don't know, it's a sci-fi show, comedy, but they'd got a storyline where they get seemingly killed, but then they wake up to find out that their lives had been a video game. And then all the way through, they're like, so everything we did wasn't real, it was a video game. And then, right at the end, it turns out that it's not a video game, that there was a squid that got like a hallucinogenic ink, which had infected them, and so they were hallucinating, right? Then, about 15 years later, they decided to do a sequel to this, where instead of them thinking that their whole lives were a video game, they thought that their lives were a TV show. And the way they demonstrated it is by going to the set of one of the other TV shows that one of the main actors takes part in and meeting the people who referred to him by his actual name, Craig Charles. And then they were picking up Red Dwarf DVDs, which were the actual Red Dwarf.
Wait, they went to Robot Wars?
Sorry? They didn't do Robot Wars. No, it was Coronation Street, right? So they went on the set of Coronation Street. They had the DVDs. They acknowledged the names of the actors. And it's just, you shouldn't have done it. Because now you've connected it to the real world. Even if you say, oh no, that was all fake. It's like, yeah, but you've used all of the stuff from the real world. So you've tainted the universe that you'd created separately to our own. Cap.
Yeah.
Okay, so one TV show actually done this. I think it did it probably like 3 times, which I always thought was one. Supernatural. First, they involved a guy who is a writer who has been writing books, basically everything that is happening to Sam and Dean. So they first they gotta play around the theory, or maybe he's God, but he's not. He's a prophet, and they write it in the show. And then in the later season, they actually go to a different universe where Supernatural is the TV show, which is the most funnest one because the main actor actually married to one of the villains, so it created for a lot of fun, charming moments and jokes.
Okay, you've just reminded me. Do you remember in Ocean's 13 or whatever, where they're like to one of the characters, hey, you look like the actress Julia Roberts. It's like, don't do this shit. Don't do this. Just don't do it. Let your fictional world be separate.
It could be fun, David, because you know what they did afterwards? They made the writer guy who has been writing Supernatural as books. They first made it like, oh, he's a prophet. That's how he's been knowing all the events. But they made him actually God who has been writing the Supernatural story.
No, okay. Or She-Hulk. So She-Hulk acknowledged the writer's room. Everything that does ruins their shows. If you're Family Guy, then do it. And say about, oh, Seth Green doesn't want to be in this episode. Do that. If you're Family Guy, you can do it.
What you're telling me is winning Deadpool, the 70th anniversary, killing the Timeless Child.
Well,
Well,
see,
Deadpool just goes into Gallifrey and just stabs the Timeless Child.
but
Yes.
okay, so like you bring up a fair point with saying like Deadpool, but you notice is in the X-Men movies, other than tiny cameos, those were completely separate films.
Hmm.
You know, and then
Until now.
But even Deadpool and Wolverine was essentially a completely separate film. There is nothing that happened in Deadpool and Wolverine that was part of the overall MCU storyline that has continued since then. So it hasn't relied on you seeing this fourth wall breaking thing. And we'll see what happens with like the Avengers films, because if Deadpool's there and he starts speaking to the camera, it will kill it.
Mm.
It will kill it because the tones just won't match.
There is actually a lot of truth in that, because it does break the world and the seriousness and all the investments that we have in it.
Yeah.
It initially just breaks it out. We actually see another version of that happening in all modern films. Mostly it started with Avengers and James Gunn, is that every serious moment gets undercut with a joke. It's be like, you're not being sincere. You're afraid to be sincere because you're afraid to look cringe. So you have to point out that, oh, this is all kind of silly every time you do a serious dialogue. It really does destroy the sincerity and the immersiveness of the story.
That
And when you
is
go-
because of James Gunn and the guy who made Love and Thunder. And everybody else kept copying them.
Speaking of this type of moment, has anyone seen the new He-Man film?
I've
Oh,
seen
yes.
bits and pieces of it.
I've
It
seen
looks
all of it.
good.
It's
I think
amazing.
it looks good.
Right. Cap, have you seen it?
I have not yet.
Dev, you have though, right?
Yes.
Ewan?
He-Man.
Oh,
I used to love it.
right. Yeah. Okay. Right. So,
But
anyway,
David, I don't care about spoilers. I don't care about
you
spoilers.
can't
can spoil
really
it to
give
me. I'll still-
spoilers with a film like this. It is just
Yeah.
the 1980s cartoon, right?
Yeah.
But that does the same thing. Look, when you watch the 1980s cartoon, there are just characters who just happen to be called Ram Man and Fisto.
Yeah.
In this, they come up with an explanation for why these characters are called it, because they take Prince Adam and they put him on Earth like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, they're too
Yeah.
afraid just to have anything set entirely on an alien world. And so they have to make it relatable to us in some way. And so they make Prince Adam an absolute loser, right? And they didn't need to make him an absolute loser. And then it's just like, well, because I was 10 years old, I forgot everyone's names. So when I would just draw them, I referred to him as Fisto. And I referred to him as Mechaneck because he's got a mechanoid neck, right? And it's kind of like funny, and then at the end, right? At the end, there's like, oh, there's danger in Eternia. And Prince Adam's like, oh, hey, Cringer, shall we just go and check out that thing somewhere? And they run off. And then Teela and everyone's just like, you know, they do remember that we remember that he's He-Man, right? And they're just shitting all over it. It's like, you don't need to do that in your own damn film.
But do you know why they did it?
Yeah, for a
Because in the
joke.
cartoon, nobody knew.
Yeah, I know
He had to
nobody
do that in
knew.
the cartoon.
And they could have
they're
left
off
it so
that.
nobody knew. Imagine that. Imagine a superhero nowadays actually having a secret identity.
Wait till next week.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
it's like that. That's like if everyone knew that Superman was Clark Kent. He's like, hey, well, we all know it because we're the audience. But in the universe, it makes no sense. But we accept it.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it's like, you know, hey Superman, what paper you working on today, Superman? You gotta go to the bathroom, Superman. But we know you're saving the world from Lex Luthor, Superman. Goodbye, Superman. I love
and literally,
Superman.
James Gunn's Superman, at the end of it, when Superman stood there with Lois and she's like, oh, can I go and interview you? Literally, Jimmy Olsen and Perry White are just standing there like, they're definitely banging. It's like, come on. People aren't supposed to know that Superman, you know, is in a relationship with Lois or any of that stuff. All of these things nowadays just absolutely shit on their source material. Let someone have a secret identity.
The last good thing James Gunn made was Scooby-Doo, and that's it.
Yes, Dev. Yes, Dev. I agree wholeheartedly with you.
I know,
on
it's
this.
shocking, isn't it? It's we've come to that point.
I still can't believe he made Scooby-Doo. Like, when I found out, I was like, he did that? He's capable of doing that?
No. This is what blows my mind. You guys know the game King of Fighters, right?
No.
There's a very bad live-action movie
Really?
that makes Street Fighter look good, that makes Mario look good, right?
Wow.
The guy
No
who
idea.
plays Terry Bogard in that
Yeah.
directed John Wick.
What? The guy who played.
Terry Bogard directed John Wick and kidnapped Ewan.
Wow. Like that's crazy. So he went on to be a director.
Yes, he directed. He made a lot of. He is a production company called 87 something, and he made a lot of movies like John Wick, Nobody, and all these like one versus all type martial arts movies. Were all made by him.
Wow. Okay, so
David Leitch or something.
guys, what else have you guys seen or wanna get into?
So I want to touch really quickly on gaming wise. I'm a big fan of the Yakuza series, and they've just announced the newest one, which is Stranger from Heaven, which is like a prequel, sort of a prequel to Yakuza. It has Snoop Dogg in it, and during the Game Award show, they've announced that Tupac will also be in it now.
How?
He is a mute character, but he'll be using his own likeness.
Okay, so right.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage the Cowardly Dog Show.
I was exactly thinking that as a broadcast being cut off.
Yeah.
I'm in all your heads.
So what? So Tupac is going to be in this new Yakuza game.
Yes.
Do you know what? Like, do the licensing deals where you can, I guess. Like on like, I love how determined Ewan is to make this work. No, okay. Let's ask Ewan if there's anything. Let's get Ewan in on this and starting this. Ewan, can you hear me?
That's a no.
Ewan.
It's like Project Hail Mary.
It's like BioShock.
Guys, let me just ask. Did anyone see Disclosure Day?
Nah,
That
yeah.
is the absolute shittest film I have seen in a long, long time. It is
And it's a
absolutely
Spielberg film.
freaking awful. Now, see, this is what made me think of it, because like the aliens are invading, right? Let me just quickly say,
You want to see alien all along.
I can't even mute him. Can't even mute it, right? And Ewan, can you hear us? Gosh damn.
You can't.
No.
He's on
It's
out.
trying
Okay, so-
Henderson, come in, Henderson.
I made a point of like, I was like, Spielberg, alien invasion movie, sign me the hell up, right? I'm an hour and a half in. I'm like, these aliens aren't really invading very much yet, right?
Oh.
And it's not an alien invasion movie. It's I don't want to give the spoiler, but the name of it should have been the tip I could have latched onto. It's basically, we're going to disclose to the rest of the world that we are not alone, and that's the entire real, as far as it goes in terms of alien invasion.
Welcome to Man of Steel.
Well, never mind Man of Steel. Do you remember like a month or two when the US government revealed that there were alien spacecraft? It was like that. And this was a Spielberg movie. So
The stupidest thing is the only reason this movie is going kind of well is because there's a conspiracy theory that in 2 weeks during the Brazil and like the Brazil football match on 24th, there'll be an announcement about aliens.
who would Brazil
Oh,
play?
please. Oh, please. Oh, please be there.
I'm not sure, but
Please
it's
be
in Miami.
Yeah, but how disappointed would you be? It's like you expect like these
Well-
ethereal, gorgeous-looking aliens. They come out of a spaceship, and actually, like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. And instead, it's just the Martians from
Brazil
Mars
and
attack.
Scotland.
It's just the Martians from Mars attacks. And go, ah!
Okay, hang on. So you're saying on the 24th?
Or Marvin the Martian. Or Marvin the
Scotland
Martian.
versus
I'm
Mexico.
here to watch the World Cup. Isn't that lovely?
Okay, hang on.
Scotland and Mexico.
I love Brazil.
Sorry, Scotland and Brazil. Sorry.
Scotland and Brazil.
Yeah, June 24th.
Why would they choose Scotland to? No,
Ewan, are you an alien? Are all Scottish people aliens?
Because that stadium is
Wait,
built
so
on
hang
an
on,
Indian
wait.
burial
So
ground.
Ewan, are you a football fan?
No, not. But
Oh.
the Scotland will follow. It's the first time we've been in the World Cup since the 90s or something,
Okay.
and
Wow.
I think we can get through for the very first time.
And you've got
Scotland.
Brazil, right?
We've already won one game, so we should get through on the. We'll probably lose the next 2 games, but it'll be fine.
I am rooting for you, Ewan. I will root for Scotland.
So I'll get on to Scotland in a second because I've got a very interesting tidbit about Scotland in the World Cup in a moment.
Go on.
Oh.
The other part of the conspiracy is the stadium they're playing in is built on an Indian burial ground.
What?
The Miami Stadium, look it up. The Hard Rock
Okay.
Stadium, Indian burial ground, look it up. It's on Google.
I'll be honest, I can't be bothered. But
Is this gonna blow us? Is this gonna blow our game? These aliens.
yeah,
Possibly.
literally, it's gonna come down
When
to like
Scotland finally is about to beat
Yeah.
Brazil,
Yeah.
aliens land.
Well,
yeah.
it'll be like an Independence Day scenario. There'll be the spaceship above the arena. Scotland's about to score the winning goal. Then, boom!
I think Scotland's going to save the world. Scotland's going
And
to
now
save the
we'll
world.
never know.
Right? So it's about to kick off, right? And the aliens come down, and there's like playing the Scottish national anthem with their bagpipes. The guys are just going to lift their kilts. The aliens are going to be like, "Whoa!" like this, and fly the hell back into space. And then they'll have a caber, and they'll toss the caber and like knock one down. No, am I going too far with this?
I'm just imagining how like in those cartoons
Yeah.
where when those cartoons where they pull a cape over themselves and they're in a new costume. It's just like all the Scottish men, they just pull up that they're just wearing like Braveheart outfits. They're already with these big broad swords and they're just ready to go.
Well, I wish Ewan, can you hear us? He might know this reference.
I
But,
can.
oh yeah, okay. Do you remember Carry On Up the Khyber?
I don't watch the Carry. I mean, I was like a kid.
Oh,
young,
come
young,
on,
young,
Ewan. I thought that'd be right up your street.
No.
But Carry On Up the Khyber, like they're called the Devils in Skirts, and the way they defeat their enemies is just literally what I described. And that was what I was thinking in my head. That would defeat the aliens. That's why we can't beat you, Ewan. That's why the English should never win.
Although for the last 2 days,
Wait, what?
Look,
'Cause
okay,
I-
hang on. Haven't you seen these videos? Haven't you seen a video where someone gets into an argument? Like they're like, "What is it, bruv? What is it? What is it?" Right? And when he comes over to all aggressive, the guy just literally takes off all of his clothes, and then the aggressor runs away as the guy chases him. Have you seen this? Right, and he's literally just like in a thong.
I'm not that side of the internet, Dave. I was not part of that side of the internet.
I tell you what, though, that is a hell of a way. Like, if someone's coming to attack you, just whip it out, and literally they'll be like, "Oh shit, this guy's crazier than me."
I don't imagine that would go down well here. The French would just go like, "Oh, he is very Nicky. Why is he running down? Look, he can see his Eiffel Tower." Oh, look, he's bending over. There is the Arc de Triomphe.
I've been following the antics of Scotland in America for the last 2 days,
Yeah.
and they've gone insane. They've been partying for 2 days straight. They've
Dad,
drunk
Dad.
every beer in Boston.
Dad,
All the pubs have run
when
out
are
of
they
beer.
not insane?
We
They've
are.
invaded America.
Hang
All
on,
the beer
Ewan.
in Boston is gone.
What, Ewan?
It's the first time we'll ever get through. Can I just say one other thing about? I've been trying to come in about alien films they ruined.
Yeah, go
Alien 3, and then they cloned her to bring it back for Alien 4, and okay, it was a bit bad. And also then I heard a rumor they're going to pretend 3 and 4 never happened and go back and do another one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Well, I think
Was
that
my input.
idea may be dead now because the guy who did District 9, I forget the director's name now, if anyone remembers. Like, like Neil Blomkamp or something like this. He made the pitch to make alternative Alien 3, but then Ridley Scott was like, "I'm making Prometheus," and then all this stuff they were going to bring back Sigourney Weaver and Michael Biehn. It went really quiet for years, and I think that ship has sailed now.
No, but I thought I heard Ridley Scott himself wanted to do it.
Really?
He wanted to. But I might have made that up. But
Oh, okay.
I think
Wow.
He wants this to happen so bad.
I will say this, I saw a trailer, a gaming trailer, speaking of aliens, there's making Alien Isolation 2.
Yes.
I love that idea. It's been so long since we had an Alien Isolation game. I played it last year for Halloween, and I loved it, and I look forward to seeing. Because aren't they doing it on an actual planet this time? They're not doing it in space now. They're doing it on a planet. So it's more. So I think it'd be a lot more. I would say it's a lot more claustrophobic with that thing. Like being in the space station is one thing, but then going onto an actual planet, that's pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's the opposite of claustrophobia. Claustrophobia is the small spaces, but if you go to a planet, you have wide spaces.
No, but in that regard, it's like you may be on a small pre-made like colony building, like because we're not. It's not like this, you know. It's not like on Earth where we've got cities.
Not Pandora's jungle.
Not the Amazon with everything that wants you dead, and you know, scorching deserts where I'd be the smallest organism there. But I mean, it would actually just be like a pod base, like a base on the planet, not a vast city like with, you know, what I could see in Alien versus Predator Requiem, you know.
But I missed all the Disclosure Day talk. Is it really terrible?
I think it was terrible. Like I have this theory which I've gone through the last few years of if a film that I see for the first time disappoints me, I usually try to think, well, if I see it again now that I know what I'm getting, will I appreciate it in a different way? And it just felt fairly, because I was expecting an alien invasion, and 90 minutes in when that didn't happen, I was like, what the hell is this film about? And then it just goes a little bit like soppy and dippy, and if I don't want to give big spoilers, but it's kind of just like one of these films where they're like, oh well, the humans are the real bad guys. It's like these poor aliens came here and we imprisoned them. It's like, no, I want to see like Will Smith shooting these things. That's what I go to the cinema for. You know, I just want to see like, you know,
okay, so for what it has been marketed as, right? Like he's like a very realistic representation of like disclosing the aliens and things like that. Does it even, because like what I hear from it doesn't even do that very well, like an actual mystery where the clues get revealed about aliens where they draw on real events. What I hear, it's not even that.
Oh, it's hokey bullshit. Like they were talking about some device or something. I'll try not to give absolute spoilers, but there really is no.
Is it a retcon?
No, right.
Yes.
Right, I wish.
Install that in every movie.
There's like this big chase for this device, and eventually it's just going to be, well, eventually either they're going to get away or they're going to get caught, and eventually it's one of those two things. And then when then it's like, oh well, the aliens abducted these people and they gave them powers, and it's just like who is it? Emily Blunt. Right.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, it's just like she'll look at someone and be like, you know, your wife is cheating on you. You know, don't go home today. And they'll be like, oh my God, you spoke the truth. Or you'll see someone and it'll just be like, and they'll look at her and they'll just see like their grandma and they'll be like, Meemaw, you died 10 years ago. And it's just soppy bullshit.
Meemaw.
Like after the first 90 minutes, it just goes into sloppy, soppy bullshit. Without really any power acting in it, without any hard hitting scenes. It was just I kid you not, I spent more time on my phone in that cinema than I spent watching the film.
He was writing the review as he watched.
I abandoned writing a review of that. It was so boring to me.
I just imagine I gave up having pneumonia for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like when you have, like I was saying, if you have or have had pneumonia, like you'll find that laying back, you know, even sitting back in a chair is no good. And when you're in like the Odeon and you're just leaning back in these chairs, and I'm like, I'm suffocating for this. It's like it's not worth it.
Is it whenever you're really sick and you're like, I don't care if I die, I need to watch this movie completely? Has this moment ever happened to you guys?
No, because that would be insane.
Right. Avengers.
What
Ant-Man and the Wasp. I was really ill. It was 3 a.m. It was like midnight release. I forced myself to watch it. It was horrifying.
Well, like that, when I got COVID in 2022, Me and Mrs. both called it together. I just binge
Oh,
watched
that's
the
really
cake
sweet.
show.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, should we
the
get
thing
COVID
is-
today, love? Right.
It's like, how romantic. We'll be sick together. I love you. Yeah, we just watched this show on Netflix. Is it Cake? And then we couldn't stop watching it. It's like, I feel terrible. I was like, let's watch a cake show about watching people bake cakes the whole time.
Wow.
This is what I'll see before I die. I'll bake a cake.
Okay.
I have actually,
Go on.
I have actually watched films that actually made me sick. So I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
man,
I
that's
got
cool.
not kidding. I got sick as I watched it. Like I watched the Airbender movie, the Shyamalan did. I got sick, and then I watched the movie Food Fight again. At the end of the movie, I got sick and I had to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
That just puts an image in my mind now of you going to the hospital and the doctor's going, right, have you eaten anything funny lately? No. Have you been in a cold room for the last few minutes? No. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? This
Yes.
man is
Yeah, exactly.
get him to the
You know-
ER immediately.
Imagine
I think I watched the Suicide Squad and it gave me leprosy. So truthfully,
I mean, I watched the Suicide Squad film and I dropped a bucket of popcorn. You know, so
it happens. Yeah, that's the
It
early
does.
stages of leprosy. Like Jai Courtney comes on the screen and you're just like, oh shit, and lesions start popping up on your skin.
Speaking of leprosy, Jackass is a good movie.
What is?
The Last Jackass is a good movie.
Do you
It's
know,
really
I
a
just don't
send-off
think I like
the
any of
series.
them. Like, it'd be cool if there were. No, I don't like Jackass. I think like as a concept.
As
'Cause
a
it's too
person who
painful
grew up
looking.
with, as a
Too
person
many
who grew
kicks
up
in
with
the
the
balls.
shows and the movies, this was like a nice bookend. It's not like the end of Deadpool vs Wolverine, where they had the credits with the Fox movie bloopers.
Thank God that happened, Ewan. Right. Saved from Jackass. Right. Okay. No. Go on. What at the end of what movie?
The end of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh
where
right.
they had
All the photographs.
Fox movie bloopers.
Yeah.
The entire movie felt like that. It was like a love letter to the actual series and the movies as a whole.
Mm.
I always found that YouTube is basically Jackass if you're on the right corner of the internet, where Dave watched a guy turn his clothes off when he started fighting someone. So
You're right. Actually, I'm like, I can't stand Jackass, but this great video, he just takes his dick out.
I think usually the video that Dave describes is usually followed by the time.
Wow, chicken, wow, wow. Yeah.
One of my favorite YouTube channels is a guy called Electro Boom, who does experiments
Oh,
with
yeah.
electricity.
Oh,
and
this
blows himself
guy.
up.
5, 6,
how is he
7,
still
8.
alive? How is he still
He
alive?
developed immunity to electricity.
He went to the hospital.
Okay.
He's fine.
Speaking of films that were like a love letter in a sense to what they were, have you guys seen Scary Movie 6?
Yes.
Not yet.
Oh my god, it was genuinely really good. Like I have
Really?
not seen a comedy film at the cinema which has actually been funny. It's not a home run, but I was like, wow, because my favorite one was the third one, which I know is like the controversial because
Yeah.
it was when the Wayans were out. But it was like, well, actually, it's the most consistently funny film. But the first one
Yeah.
is genuinely decent as well.
Yeah.
This one not only is like probably up there with 3 as funniest, but it is something that encapsulates the series as a whole and is a great sequel to the first one.
Yeah.
They
Because
Yeah, go
the first one felt like a good parody of movies,
yeah.
and the third one was really, really funny, but not necessarily a good parody movie. But this was like the mix of the two.
Well, I see. This is what I was saying earlier. It may have been before you came on. I can't remember. What the rhythm is that Scary Movie 1 happened, and it was Ghostface, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. I can't even remember what the second one was, but because I couldn't stand it. But the third one, because it was like more Haunted House or something like this, right? The third one, it was something like Signs, right? And it was like, oh, whatever movie has just come out, you're going to do some parodies of it.
Yeah.
But this one, Scary Movie 6, there hasn't been a scary movie in so many years that literally they had, because there's been new versions of I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream, They could go back to Ghostface, right? But they'd suddenly got Get Out, and that film's quite old now, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
But like Get Out
Really?
is in there, The Substance is in there, Sinners is
Wow.
in there, and it's just like wow, you've got like even what is it? Art the Clown. What is that series called?
Terrifying.
Terrifier is
It-
in there. It's got like everything from like the last 15 years. It's the
Megan.
Halloween
Wow.
reboot from 2018 is in there. Like so often, I was
Yeah.
just like, oh wow, they're doing this movie now. They're doing this movie now, and like the way they were tying so many of the different. They did like Squid Game in there. You know, they
When?
did so many things.
What was Squid Game?
Because
I know they did K-pop Demon Hunters, but
well,
can't
they've
remember
just
Squid
got
Game.
player or Ghostface, whatever, has been eliminated. You know, but
Oh.
they've got so many different things in there. It was like unreal, and I knew it was like as soon as like the trailer came out, and it was just like Art the Clown like handing like a kid like body parts, and it's like a kid like this with the testicles, and it's just like. And then it was like the Sinners bit. Like my favorite scene in Sinners, like I'd seen this scene before I saw the movie, was where the guy turns up at like the club, and he's like, right, well, if I can come on in, and he hesitates to come in, and like the woman's just like, wait a minute, why are you taking, why are you asking permission to come in? And there's this amazing back and forth. Have you guys seen Sinners?
Oh yeah.
Right. So
no.
okay, so it's not a massive spoiler. One of the rules of vampires, which sometimes is followed, sometimes isn't, is that they need permission to enter.
They need permission.
And even just on the guy's acting, when he's like, well, if I can just come in, it's like he's walking forward, but he's standing on the spot. And it's so good the way they did that. And then they play into this in Scary Movie. And this is on the trailer where he's like, oh, if we can come in and enjoy the party, do some half gay shit. And then suddenly, I forget the character's name. What's the character's name? Ray. Yeah.
Ray, yeah.
He suddenly turns up wearing like a cowboy thing, and he's like, why just half gay? And it is so
Because
funny.
his costume is Brokeback Mountain as well.
It is. But do you remember in Scary Movie where he's just like this and the penis comes through to his ear?
Yeah.
It's so the fact that they carried that on with his character and everything, it is so funny. It is it is the funniest comedy I've seen in many a year. Where it isn't just this is an action film.
David
What was
finally
that
laughed.
one where they wanted to parody it, but they like gave up on it because nobody would remember it. The character literally says,
Oh, is
nobody
it
remembers the
Follows?
movie. Huh?
Do you mean It Follows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie as well. So if you haven't seen it,
good, isn't it?
It Follows is such a good premise, and just the idea that someone's just slowly walking, it's such a scary thing. And they mention
Is that
it
before
in
or after
Scary.
they whip it out?
Yeah, no, but then in Scary Movie, they mention It Follows, and I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like, that's quite an obscure reference. Let's just leave that.
And they don't do it.
They
just leave
don't
it.
do it. They don't do it.
But they do an excellent
That's it.
callback of like the "What are you waiting for" scene. I love that scene.
What was that from the original?
You have the original.
Yeah.
The white girl's daughter is like, "What are you waiting for?" And the white girl just says, "That's not how you do it." And does the thing again.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Like,
Oh my
like
god!
the
And
first
they've got
movie.
and like her other daughter is Tuesday, like Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a great film. Great film. Okay, guys, what else? Go on, Dev. Go on.
Resident
That's the best
Evil.
I'll get the
The
trailer.
movie starts with them watching a Netflix reboot of the first movie
Oh yeah.
where the
yeah.
characters beat up Ghostface.
Yeah. I'll be honest. When that scene started, I was a bit like, "Oh, this is a bit." I was like, "Is this going to be a bit shit?" Right? But then when it turned out that they were just watching that on TV, I was like, "Oh, okay, that was pretty clever."
Yeah.
No, Scary Movie 6 is genuinely the best comedy I've seen in several years.
Yeah.
Okay, Cap, as you mentioned, Resident Evil, Veronica, or is it
Yes.
5? Because
I think it's going to be 5. I think again they're establishing this new timeline, so they're gonna just kill 5 and 6 apparently.
I hope
Oh,
they don't
no.
actually literally kill it. Because they'll just have to come up. Because Code Veronica didn't have a number, and so now to get around it, they're going to give Code Veronica the number 5.
The V.
But then what?
The V.
Then what will 5 be? 6? And what will 6 be?
Gone.
I think
Because they still
I
like
think
7.
I think they will keep elements of the vibe because I think 5 is the one that actually concludes the story because like Vesker dies in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I genuinely
is,
thought the series was over after that.
yeah, 6 was like a continuation with new villain and things like that, and with the new C virus. So I think they will inevitably get to 5 with that element, but 5 as the game that we know is not gonna be in this new timeline. Like
Wait,
it's gonna
so
be the most changed.
So what you're saying, Cap, is that when I get to it, I could skip 6.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's
You know what, yeah.
let's check out the trailer.
Yeah,
I
this
think
was
'cause
talking
it's a
about.
game
It's
trailer.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think
I-
like the audio is going to mess this up, but it might.
I'm
I can
excited.
bring the audio on actually.
I'm excited.
Apparently, it's
Also,
not going to
this
be first person though.
Also, this is the
Oh,
team
that's
that
fine.
did. This is the team that did Resident Evil 2 and also
Really?
4, but I think more 2
Yes.
because like that was the more successful player.
So, you're the American who called
Oh, I'm gonna parry
earlier.
this. I'm gonna put
The
Mrs.
sister
Doubtfire
of the
coming out
man on the
door
third
and-
floor.
Hello,
Welcome to
dears.
Paris.
Oh, sorry, dear. I look like a yeti.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why is the old lady more scarier?
come in.
Because there's so much
Come
wrinkles
in.
on her.
We don't want you to catch a cold.
That looks more scarier.
I hate to say it, but your brother is, well, quite
So many stairs, no elevators. Why do I get a weird
Oh
Outlast
shit! Did I
vibe?
just rewind it?
I think you just rewound it.
Shit. I don't want to see the old lady
It's
again.
so-
It's terrifying.
Oh, we're in France as well.
Dave, they're near you.
The enemy, I can talk to them.
Why did I? So the corridor kind of reminded, like the stairwell kind of reminded of Dave's Outlast games.
Ah!
I thought you were going to be reminded me of Dave's corridor, and Dave's like, "Wait, what? Where are you?"
How do you
See,
know?
this is Chris's room. This is he's been doing. He's been smoking. He's been taking pictures. He's been hitting the weights.
Also, is this
It's
this
like a
Claire Redfield
boulder
then?
hole through
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Ah!
doesn't look as good as she used to, does she? Right.
Hey, take that back. Take that back.
Ah, the delightful biscuit.
She looks right. She doesn't look like my Jill though. My Jill looks
I'm
amazing.
sure he won't notice if we help ourselves.
We don't know what the heck's gonna do with Jill because like
I'm so
RE3 comparatively
It must
not
be the
much of a
maintenance
big
points.
seller
Nice
compared to
coffee.
the other remakes. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
With
Do
what?
not besmirch my Jill Valentine.
Wait, you don't know what they're going to do with what?
I don't know how much they're gonna carry on Jill because like 3 was not as a
Everyone
hit
loves
as
Jill.
like the other.
No, everyone loves Jill. She's the OG.
David, you just want to put on the costume
I'm
again.
going to put on the costume.
Please don't. That'll terrify me. You'll ruin it for me.
Oh god.
Also,
Dominoes.
this
Dominoes.
But,
Also- also,
so obviously,
I really
There you
like. I really like they using a character. They used him in Requiem, and he's now in here, and he spawned so many memes that I really love it.
Yeah, I love the fact that they put him in Requiem, knowing that they're bringing him in here because he's not in the original. So
But
already
it
this
kinda
tells you everything.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense, David. Like, why would he do that? Although I'm
Okay.
gonna spoil Requiem for Dave a little bit after the person shows up.
Oh no, don't.
You
Don't,
spo-
don't,
you
don't.
do not spoil Requiem
don't
for
spoil
me. I
it,
do
don't
not want
spoil
spoilers.
It's not a big one.
I don't care.
Yeah, just don't. It's not necessary. But like REV, how is that not
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5?
My guess
It
is more like the Beast for Veronica.
Yeah, I know, but they've played into the Q in Requiem, the VII in Village, VIL.
Yeah.
The letters of Biohazard. Ah,
Yeah.
so
Dave, did you catch that last, like, the sign that you did? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, well, I know who that is, but like, don't go into it.
I know you do, but does Dave know who
No,
that
but
is?
you don't go into it. Don't go into it because it's going to be a spoiler.
Ah, but I want
know,
to.
but
Okay,
you're trying
Dave,
to
close the
spoil it,
camera.
Cap.
Okay, Dave, close the camera and take off the microphone. Don't look.
Can't,
Okay,
just don't
so-
say it.
I want to say it because they showed Hunk, and I love the meme series that's been having up. So Hunk grabs Claire. Next game, death by boyfriend.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm
anyway,
confused.
don't worry.
I'm done.
Yeah, he's done. Right. Okay, Dave, you can come back. Right. So
Dave, come back.
okay, so in fact, right, I was going to mention about the original, but if you haven't played that, I won't go into too spoiler territory, right?
What's a what?
Of spoilers for the original Code Veronica if you're about to play it.
Oh no, I'm not about to play it yet.
Okay, well, okay,
I
so
got-
look, one of the big talking points is that there's elements of the original game which they say are going to be problematic nowadays. And I think it's going to be really difficult not to keep the story the same.
Is it the Claire butt scene?
No,
You
not
should-
that at all. Cap, have you even played Code Veronica?
No,
No,
but
yeah,
I
he's
watched the
watched
story.
it.
Oh shit! No,
No,
everyone
he-
knows what I'm talking about here, right? You don't do horror games, do you, Dev?
No.
Okay, well, I can't. I literally can't speak about this at all. Then, Code Veronica was a really good game. Oh, but this is what I was saying this to Dave just before we began, because and I think this is interesting. For all of you, and Dave especially for you, because Dave is on this journey of going over the Resident Evils, but because he played the remake. And then he did 2 remake, 3 remake. You've done 4 remake, and I don't know if you did 0 or whatever along the way.
0.
Code
I think the
Veronica.
only,
Go on, have you done
sorry, I
any
was gonna
others?
say, I'd say I think the only, I would say kind of originals I've done are 0 and 5. 5 hasn't had that remake, so
Yeah,
5 is pretty
But
much
here's
as
the
is.
thing. So 0 came out after Resident Evil remake. So it's not because they'd got the way that they'd updated how they were doing things. It kind of exists from a different era. And 5 is after 4. So 5 is the original 5 is in the same mold as the original 4. And so you've not played the actual original 4, which set the mold, but you're now doing 5, which continues it and evolves it. Most people would say slightly for the worse. 0, the original 0, the only 0. 0 follows on from the mold set by the original remake. And so the original series on the PlayStation of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, it then had a spin-off along the way called Survivor, which basically played the same but in first person. And then Code Veronica was the next game that came out. They are like the original feel of the games. The only thing that's different about Code Veronica compared to the actual OG games is it originally came out on the Dreamcast and then the same era as the GameCube. So it was a generation up than like the PlayStation 1. And so it has like it has 3D backgrounds and that, whereas like on what remake and 0 they're like 2D backgrounds that can't move. The only way Code Veronica really evolved things was that the environments were made out of polygons, but otherwise it's going to be a very old school style Resident Evil, which is going to feel quite a step different than remake and 0.
He's gonna yell at it so much.
No,
You're gonna find that it's
nothing is
slow
going to
and
make me
lumbering.
yell. Like nothing is going to make me yell as much as 0. Like 0 is it's a horror game in the aspect that it's fucking awful. I think it's the only one of the Resident Evil games that I've genuinely struggled with.
You
What about 1? What about 1? You were yelling a lot. when you
Yeah.
played 1.
Well, for one, I was brand new to it, and I was like Danny helped me a lot for it. I was kind of lost quite a lot of times, and I have an amazing sense of direction. Cough, cough. But no, 1 I yelled at because I got lost and I didn't understand anything. Now I've understood what I'm kind of looking for. But 0 was like, hey, do you remember all that stuff you learned? Do you remember everything? Well, forget everything you know about Resident Evil and play this.
Yeah. Well, do you know, they do that too often. Like 5 is an evolution of what the original 4 was. So 5 is definitely a bit faster paced. The fact that you've got a co-op character was brand new in the series. And the fact in 5 you cannot go So do you remember on our 4 remake how you've got like the attache case and you rearrange things?
Yeah.
So like 5, as you'll know if you're playing it, you've just got it pop up on the screen, and it's like you've got limited space, and there's all of that panic and stuff around it. But I genuinely like 5. But let me quickly ask you. Go on, Dave. Go on.
Well, because I don't mind that. I don't mind like the inventory side of things. I was always like you'll see it in like the later things. You do see me doing a lot of inventory management. But yeah, I've definitely found 5 was a definite different feel to me doing like 4 and like definitely 4, like definitely a different change of pace for everything. But I still enjoy it. I still thought it was fun, and I still cocked up everything as much as possible.
Do you know, like, okay, so if you went back to the actual originals, because like PS1 graphics or whatever, but to me they pretty much hold up, because like even though if the character models are a bit dud, the backgrounds, even though they don't look like Resident Evil on the GameCube, they're still like photographs. They're still pretty good.
It's still weird. Like I kind of have this thing like with the DMCs. Like DMC3 is very much replayable. Resident Evil 4, the original, I really don't want to replay it. Like so much. Like I'm so used to doing a lot now, moving, shooting, and things like that. It'll just throw me off in a lot of ways. It's like again, the shooting alone would just throw me off so much.
See, okay, so here's a couple of points which I was going to say. Well, one off that and one off another, right? If you play games that are similar, close together, it can really screw me up. So playing Resident Evil 4, where you have to stop and aim and stuff, and then the more recent ones where you can run around on that. Going back to an old one, it's like, shit, run, Leon, run, and you can't, right?
You won't.
I'd find this, like, if I'd play, like back in the day, if I'd play FIFA, and then I'd play Pro Evolution, football or whatever like this, playing 2 football games or playing a WWF game and then playing a WCW game, it's like, shit, I can't remember, because they're too similar in concept that when you've got these different controls, they really do screw you up. Go on, Dev.
It's like for the Yakuza games, the first 2 were remastered as something called Kiwami, where they had a new engine and stuff. So, but the third, 4th, and 5th one were, the first and second were remade in a new engine, but 3, 4, and 5 were just remastered.
Oh.
So people that started with the Kiwami games who would then want to play 3, 4, and 5 would be playing a inferior game.
But yeah, this is exactly what happened with Resident Evil on the GameCube. So Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 were on PS1, Code Veronica was on Dreamcast, and then Nintendo did the deal, which stole Resident Evil from PlayStation. And then they came out with Resident Evil Remake, Resident Evil 0, and then it was like, people were like, if they're playing it for the first time, like, oh my god, Resident Evil 2 and 3 are coming out. And you play them and it's like shitty old PS1 graphics, and they're like, what was this? What happened? Because you'd got 1 being this this modern game, and then 2 and 3 being these old things. And
I'd say that everyone's always bashing on like PS1 graphics, and they're amazing. I grew up with PS1 graphics, but the PS1 graphics gave us probably the sexiest character in all of gaming. And Hagrid! PS1 Hagrid! The sexiest character in all of game. You can forget Dead or Alive. You can forget all these these boobalicious women. No, PS1 Hagrid, sexy as hell.
Look at that.
Where is it? There it is.
Speaking of PlayStation, I hate the fact that they're not gonna release the God of War stuff to PC anymore. I hate them. I hate them for it. Don't be greedy and hoard stuff.
Oh no!
Speaking of Harry Potter,
last week.
Speaking of Harry Potter, we've got some recent news.
Go on.
Peter Serafin, I can never say his name. Peter, the American guy from Hot Fuzz. Peter Sarah something or other.
American guy in Hot Fuzz?
Yeah, Peter Serafinowicz or whatever. He was in John Wick as well.
Yeah.
Has been cast as Peeves.
Yeah, they brought Peeves back.
Oh, okay.
Even-
He's
What-
American.
what-
No,
I
He seemed American to me.
He's English. He's English. All right.
Ah,
Okay. Right. Okay. So saying about like the sexiest graphics. Now,
Yeah.
look, I've chosen this because everyone will be able to know who this is. But here is Dwayne the Rock Johnson in Nintendo
Oh.
64 graphics.
Oh my god!
Oh,
You
it's
know,
just
look at this.
fantastic.
What's happening to his
Oh, hang on.
face?
Shit. What have I done? Right. They're not. No. It's
Can you
just
smell
not-
what the Rock is cooking? Yeah, he's trying to stop
be
himself
fair,
from smelling it too.
David, he does pull that face when he parodies when he mimics Rikishi.
He pulls that face when they give Vin Diesel more lines than him in Fast and the Furious.
I did it for The Rock.
Oh my God.
That movie has had a cliffhanger for 6 years. When is the sequel coming out?
What? Last
No,
Fast and
let
Furious?
it die.
Yes,
Let
it
it
is.
die, Dev. Let
I
it
think-
die. Dev.
I think the sequel for that will come out in the 70th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Like, I don't care if it's been a spoiler at this point. It's been 6 years. The movie ends up with everyone dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a cliffhanger.
Yes.
So it's been 6 years. Where's my sequel?
It'll
Let
be,
it die.
it'll be during Avengers Doomsday.
Okay. Do you know the weird things with? I'll mention this because I've got a headline just here. Gina Davis wants Long Kiss Goodnight 2, and it says here that the original came out in 1996, and it's like she wants Long Kiss Goodnight. Of course you do, because your career's dead. You know, you haven't been in cinema
How
in the
old
last
is she?
25
How
years.
old is she?
Well,
how
how
old
old was
is
she
she?
then? She felt, you know, like she was, you know, reaching like to retirement there. But it's just like, yeah, you can't just keep making sequels to things 30, 40 years later and think that, oh, that's a good idea.
I'll watch if she's in Stuart Little 3, I guess.
On an
That's where I
unrelated
first
note,
saw her.
Go with Scary
we-
Movie.
Now you need to
Sorry?
fly. You need to put her in the fly too.
Why,
On an
I didn't hear that.
unrelated note, go with Scary Movie.
Scary Movie was worth it though, because look, when they did the originals, none of the actors in it were that old, and it's a format that works. But just like, and because this was Scary Movie 6, if it's like, oh yeah, I want to make that sequel to that one thing that came out that hardly anyone remembers. No, just, you know, at a certain point.
Although I hate the fact that this kind of killed the He-Man kind of died. It's not doing well in the box office. I kind of hate that.
No, but it might still win because of the weird contract it has. Because of the way they've structured the contract, if it makes money back from toy sales, you can get a sequel.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do well because like I think the problem is it came out during like a lot of stuff where it's like Possession, and then there was another horror movie that has been taking a lot of
Dark
buzz.
Room's Obsession and
Yeah.
the
See,
Amazing Digital Circus.
Here's the thing though, and this is what I think genuinely is the reason why He-Man probably hasn't done too well, is because they've released it 10 years too late. So all of the stuff for 1980s nostalgia started being a thing 10 years ago, which meant that all of the people
Wait,
who were
what?
little kids, sorry,
Like what? Like what came into
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, Cobra Kai, you know, Ghostbusters came back like in like 26. All of these things that were
Ninja Turtles never went away, David. They had a thing in the 2000s. They had a thing in the 2010s. They
But
never died. They
but
never
it's,
died.
it's an 80s property, right? But all of the things that were big in the 80s that were like, oh, this is making a comeback, right? That's because the people who were children at that point and liked them, and now are the executives and directors who could make these things happen.
Yeah.
And the people who would then go to see them would be the people who were like, oh yeah, I grew up on Ninja Turtles. I grew up on Ghostbusters. I grew up on Karate Kid, right? And the way these things then thrive is they then say, oh, I'm going to take my kids to see that. But they're now 10 years too late because all the people that are like 42 are like, shit, I had He-Man when I was a kid. Come on, son. And the son's like, I'm 19. Right? It's just like, I ain't going to that. You may like that
'Cause,
shit,
like,
Dad. I don't.
Dave, I'm not gonna watch He-Man with you.
Yeah.
Mario and
Yeah, it's
Mario and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are doing it right because they're the right age.
And well, okay, so
It's
you
been
think
30 years.
so? Street Fighter is 80s, but Street Fighter 2 90s.
No, I mean the movies.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is the right point for that to be the nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
You know, and even like
But-
Sonic was a few years ago, I grant you, but like stuff from the 90s will start to come back. I know we've had another
But-
Matrix already, but we're going to get another Matrix soon. We're
But-
getting
but-
new
but the-
X-Files again soon. We're now moving
Where are
into
the
the era
pogs?
where they're going to start remaking 90s stuff.
Bring
But
back
the,
the
I
the
think-
thing is that they do, and this is what I think like something like Mortal Kombat has done, is it markets it like Mortal Kombat's always around and such anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't so much like it markets itself as, oh, this is a story from the universe that you know, and it tries to connect new people in straight away. Whereas most films, like during those early days, it would try to cater to, as you said, David, those people who grew up watching that. You know, I knew Transformers. I'll go and watch this Transformers movie. It was shit. Oh, well, I'm never going to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it needs to hook those people back in, but also introduce it to new audiences at the same time.
That's a good point, because like some of the 80s stuff never went away. He-Man did. He-Man went away. That was the big problem with He-Man. Like Ninja Turtles didn't die. They had a 2000 series. They had a 2010 series. They just keep punching it out. Mortal Kombat, they had all games all over. Transformers, they do animated
There's
shows,
been
they do
swings
movies,
and
they keep doing.
roundabouts. I'd say all of those examples you'd said definitely did die off. Like there was early 1990s Ninja Turtles was you had multiple films at the cinema. It was riding a TV show. You'd go to the toy shops and there would be whole aisles of Ninja Turtles. It definitely dropped off. Even when they tried to bring it back, you know, look how many times they've brought it back. Where they haven't had
they had more seasons than the 90s one. They were able to do that. They were successful because again the toys kind of
successful.
The
So
toy
look
style
at-
kind of
The
went
only
away.
reason I
But
can
there was
confuse
no synergy in them. So you look at the
Yeah.
look at the realistic looking ones, which had 2 or 3 films, the Megan Fox one.
I hate Michael Bay for that one.
Exactly, and they had nothing to do with what was going on in terms of the branding and everything of the cartoon. They then had the
Yeah.
movie that came out like a year and a half ago, where like Donnie suddenly had got glasses and
That was shit. That
Exactly.
was shit.
and it's gone from
that
toy
killed-
shelves. It's gone, right? And
Yeah.
even if they deem that some of these things that they'll bring them back a second time, they'll suddenly be minor hits. Whereas the original Ninja Turtles run was huge and it lasted years. Ghostbusters, the original, was huge and it lasted years. But then what they found when they brought Ghostbusters back, it was like, oh wow, this big thing. But as soon as because it exactly what was just said, because it didn't hit the nail on the head, when they tried it again, boom, it's finished.
The funny thing is, it's also what do I see from the Teenage Mutant Ninja, because it's the one that consistently followed the decade. So the 90s ones, they were not being serious, but the movies were serious. So when they did the 2000s, they were like, okay, we're gonna be comic accurate, we're gonna be serious. It did a lot well. And then when they got to the 2010 series, they're going, okay, we're gonna get extra serious. They even bought the original
Tony
cast
did.
members back. They got the
Tony
voice
Todd was
actor.
silly as fuck.
It has normal
It was
silliness, but it
Nickelodeon.
had very serious moment. You see Master Splinter actually die and stay dead. Okay, they had to fully deal a funeral episode in that. They never did that in the 90s or in the early 2000s.
Yes, they did.
But-
2003. Before the
2003,
wedding,
he never stayed dead. In 2003, he never stayed dead. He came back. They never killed him. They
because
never
of time travel.
brutally stabbed him and then make a funeral where they carry his dead body with sad music playing around. That was the 2012 version. But what happened was, after the 2012 version, where again 2015 hit and everyone kind of got sillier, where everyone's like making meta jokes and things like that, then came the new Turtles. Michael Bay already did damage to that as well, but that's another story. But the other series that started, it hired Ben Schwartz for Leonardo, where he kept making, oh, let's make these kind of jokes. I'm the cool Gen Z guy now. And I was like,
who
fuck.
else Ben Schwartz is? Sonic the
I hate him.
Hedgehog.
Do you know what? Like,
Yeah. I give him as Sonic.
like Sonic's okay, but I'm not like, oh my god, the guy that. No, I'm going to that because it's a Jim Carrey movie. Literally,
Speaking of
Jim Carrey wasn't in that.
Did
I would
anyone
be
see
tagged
Son
out.
of the Mask?
Sorry,
Yeah, we never.
Did anyone watch Son of the Mask?
no, I never watched Son of the
Dev. We do not speak of Son of the Mask.
Right.
we never speak of Son of the Mask. If you do that again, I'm going to give you in my mental scoreboard for Geek Battle -4 billion.
Yeah.
Although
That's a weird thing I have to say. Like, so when I watched Jim Carrey in Sonic, I never felt that he was old, but I was watching Spider Noir and I felt Nicolas Cage was old. I felt that Eddie
That's 'cause
Murphy
that's
was old when he
character.
was in the new Beverly Hills movie. I felt these guys were old, but I never felt Jim Carrey was old.
Yeah, well, you may not have felt that Jim Carrey was old, but if you ever see him again, they
He's been
can't even
cloned,
bring him
like-
back now because look what he's done to himself. Like,
Oh my god! What
That's a
the
clone.
heck?
He looks amazing. What are you on about?
he looks
That's a
terrible.
clone.
No, okay. Do you know? And I heard what actually
I will
happened to
defend
him.
him.
Right. So apparently, a lot of these people that do look at this. Look, that's just ridiculous. A lot of the people that do these facelifts and things, they don't really know how to do them, and so they only know how to do it one way. And because more women get it done, there's a few guys where they've ended up doing sort of like the women treatment by pulling the eyes in a certain way, and he's got like the feminine treatment. That's why he's.
Can I?
And
Can
that's
I,
why he
can I
looks
just
so
say?
weird.
Can I just say? It's probably gonna be really mean of me. The image of the 2026 one.
You found
Doesn't he look a little, just a little? Doesn't he look a little bit just like Bruce Campbell
Bruce Campbell?
Ah,
and Ash Williams from Evil
Yeah,
Dead?
dead.
I don't 100% see it, but I don't 100% not see it.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
the eyes a
Courtney
little white there.
Cox's
Yeah.
cheeks, though.
He's got what?
Interesting.
He's got Courtney Cox's cheeks.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When I saw this explained by a cosmetic surgeon, I was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense." And I'm trying to think, was it Bradley Cooper? Look, you see Bradley
Yeah.
Cooper.
No,
Bradley
you know you look
Cooper.
horrifying now.
Look. It's just
Look,
like, and
the
it's like
actor
Simon
for-
Cowell. It's like, look, this is what this is like.
Whoa!
Don't get plastic surgery, guys. Don't
No, but
do it.
David. Look up the guy who plays Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat, the new one.
I don't know his
He
name.
looks horrifying.
Liu Kang 2026.
Okay.
If you type in Ludi Lin,
I don't know what you
which
just.
the guy's name?
Loogie what? What?
Ludi Lin.
Isn't that something? Lurgy.
Loogie. Right.
I
okay.
got a loogie.
Right. Okay. How do you spell loogie?
2026.
Ludi
L what?
Lim.
It's
Hang on, I'm going to take
it's
this off
like
just
that.
because if you're typing and stuff starts flying up, right?
It's like that
Okay,
Pete Holmes sketch
Loogie
about
Lin.
Ryu in Street Fighter. Is it Ryu? Is it Ryu? Is it Churuken? Like, how do you spell that?
Okay, so
Or
what's
as I
his
call
name?
him, Bob.
Ludi Lin. Okay, I've got you.
Here we got Ken Masters and Bob.
Bob's
Okay, so what about him? Is it that something's wrong with his face?
He did like a lot of plastic surgery.
Ugh.
A lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah, he you can tell as well. He looks really rough.
Wait, is he the guy from the old Mortal Kombat movie?
The new one.
Okay, so why is the new guy getting plastic surgery if he's
Because
young?
everyone does now. Like it's Hollywood brainwashing. Like I know it was a contentious thing, so I'll only mention it briefly. But it was like the woman in The Boys, who people said that she had like stuff done.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she
Oh,
had.
yeah, yeah.
But
What was her
she
name?
had
yeah.
an but she had an autoimmune problem, right? That was the story that was revealed. She was actually
Oh, that's
sick. And that's
horseshit.
not-
Yeah, she was ill, and everyone
I'm
always
just-
assumed that she was.
I think this is
Speaking of-
horseshit. That sounds exactly like when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and they were like, how dare he mention his wife being bald? She's got alopecia. And it's just like, so what? It's like, you're just saying something
He's
to
getting
try
bald.
to defend someone, but you had plastic surgery and you've messed up your face.
Speaking of plastic surgery, though, that was my favorite joke in Scary Movie 6.
What with the substance?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, that was really good. The payoff to that, I was like, what are they doing? And it was actually really good, really good. Okay, guys, let's begin to wrap this up. So let's find out where we can find everyone on social media, and if you have a recommendation of the week, do let us know. Dev.
You can find me on TikTok and Twitch under the name FWDAT, and my geeking recommendation this week is Toy Story 5.
Toy Story. Oh yeah,
which comes out end of the week.
Okay.
Why, Dev? Why, Dev?
I've still not forgiven Toy Story 4.
Oh,
for
glad you do,
happening.
because I sure as shit don't.
I'll try to see it, but I really didn't like the fourth one. Dave.
Yeah.
You can find me here on Xstreamed on various shows, and check out, as the service you see here, the Yellow Duck Tavern, my gaming channel, where I do let's plays and live streams of various adventures. As we discussed tonight, I do Resident Evil. Resident Evil 5 is currently on at the moment, and I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Yeah, come along and check out all my shenanigans and hijinks on there. My geeky recommendation. Yeah, that's it.
Amazing.
Check me out. I'm the geeky recommendation.
So, Cap.
You can find me on Sword Deeds, where I sing and dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I worked with puppets. And there's been a lot of sketches. There's been a Lion King one. There's an Ice Age trailer one with Tim voicing Ray Romano. Very accurately, I might add, which was scary. Go check that out. And my geeky recommendation, what have I been watching? What I've been watching? I need to check. Let me see. Did I watch anything new, or I just been watching the same? Yeah, I've been watching the same anime, Drifters. Yeah, so go watch that.
Okay, so my name is Dave Stansky. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, etc. at Dave Stansky, or Geek Battle, or Geek Battle Gaming, anything Extreme Improv. My geeky recommendation is a little bit early, but I just want to highlight this. When you go to book tickets for Supergirl, which is out next week, I'm going to go on to the 3D screening here. So this is where it's where you can watch it in 3D, which was the premium way to see cinema recently. There is one ticket sold. One. Right. So it's not looking good.
I'm gonna add on one note, David, is we're like just been watching the trailers. Like Supergirl is more badass than Superman, and it's immediately when the vibe of the trailer when I got it is like immediately David screaming, "You loser!
You loser!" Yeah, absolutely.
The best thing about
Look,
it,
this is the late night or like the evening showing. It's a week out.
Wow!
I'm sure
the
it will
best
do
thing
better. It's got a week.
about
It's got a week.
Supergirl
Yeah.
is the popcorn bucket. Look up the popcorn bucket.
Doesn't
But
it
do
look
not
like?
pronounce
Yeah,
it.
that
foreskin?
was
Do not
weird.
pronounce
That
it.
is weird.
Okay.
That is weird, Deb. That is
Don't pronounce it.
100%
Like,
weird.
We will get
Popcorn buckets are weird, period.
But they do it on purpose now, because what was the one that what was it? Dune.
Like busting everything with a popcorn
Dude.
bucket. I was like, what?
It's oh my
Yeah.
god.
I was like, what
I'm
the
gonna get
fuck?
demonetized just for showing a popcorn
Yeah.
bucket.
I don't get.
It is
What the
literally
hell?
just it's a foreskin.
I was just about to say, come watch Supergirl without extra foreskin.
Yeah. What were they thinking?
Yeah, I was like,
Give me a coat.
Oh.
get rid of the trench coat, you idiots.
Like, is creativity so bad where they're like, how can we update the Supergirl costume? A trench
coat.
so you can't see her, right? What? Yeah, okay, I've been watching Smallville recently, and literally,
Again?
I'm meeting him
Again?
in August.
you're meeting
I'm
who?
meeting Tom Welling in August.
Oh, mate. Okay, can you tell him something for me?
Yeah.
You loser! Right? That piece of shit, Tom Welling. I really like Smallville. I really like him. That piece of shit, Tom Welling, refused to wear the Superman costume. I've just got up to the episode where Supergirl turns up, and they don't even have her wear the costume. What I would have done, I'd have been like, okay, we're bringing in Kara now. So here is Kara Zor-El. She is Supergirl. Oh, look, she's wearing a Supergirl costume. Tom Welling, you're fired! Right? That's what I'd have done. I'd be like, you listen to me, bitch. You wear the Superman costume, or you get out. Right?
Or I'm replacing you with Brendan Routh.
Yeah, exactly. I would have done. Right? No, I really like Smallville. I really like Tom Welling's Superman or Clark or whatever is probably top 3 of all of them. You know, maybe third, maybe fourth. Yeah, like it's a very good Superman. But
Does
yeah.
he beat Nicolas Cage?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he beats most of them. Like it's Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, probably Tom Welling or Dean Cain.
Hey, Brendan Routh.
Brandon Routh
Whoa,
sucks.
whoa,
balls.
whoa.
What?
Hang on a minute. You said Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Usually that's capstick.
I've what?
We
You
replaced
brought-
it.
Yeah.
We replaced it.
You need to change the whole lyrics in the theme song now to that David dreams of Henry Cavill.
I would bring up the logo, but I can't find it. Here we go. There we go. Boom. Right. Yeah.
There he is.
Okay. So anyway, guys. Yeah. I'll speak about it another time. Because I've been watching Smallville. I've been seriously deep diving into the whole Alison Mack Nexium cult thing. It's so fascinating. It's so fascinating.
There's so many things I can't talk about with that.
Yeah. Well, no. When you meet Tom Welling, just ask him if he can get you Alison's number because you want to join Nexium.
I've got it.
What, you've got Alison
What do
Mack?
you mean you've got it?
I've been talking to her about the goal. Long story, but
Okay.
like I've been in contact with her for like 2 years.
Wow. I want to join this cult. There is no way she's not part of it. There is no... Look, okay, so did you hear, like, I don't want to, do aspersion, so I'm saying this all as parody and stuff like that. But literally, when you find out her story, it's like, it doesn't sound like she's cured, because she got out and she got married, and the person she married was like a former neo-Nazi who apparently is also cured from a cult. And it's just like, wait a minute, this isn't the right company to be hanging around. It just sounds like you're with the person that's literally going to be like, you get yourself back into, you're going to start a new cult that way, basically.
Okay, so so I need to
Allegedly.
for legal reasons.
That's how Jared Leto was born.
It's how Jared Leto was
she's
created
being
in a lab. She what?
She's being handled allegedly.
By who?
Another cult.
She's being handled by another.
Yeah.
Dave, you'd like to handle? No, I'm joking. Right. So anyway,
this tavern is already a cult. I've got a mimic in the basement and a duck that won't leave me alone. So you know, I'm pretty much set for life.
Okay.
No, it's not Cap.
It's such a shame though, because rewatching so many of the episodes, so many of the lines of dialogue that she says have got unfortunate new meaning. But oh well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys.
Weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. I feel so sorry for her victims and her because she's a victim as well.
Deb, does Jade from Victorious has a cult? I like to join that one if you can get me.
Of course you would. You look like your boyfriend.
Right. Anyway, guys, with that, until next time, stay safe. Always stay extremed. Live long and prosper, and ciao for now, and boom, we are officially off the air.